everybody, Calynova here. You may or may not know me as Poppy. That's awesome. I am here coming to you not live, this is a recording, but from my desk. Just a little bit ago, we got done with the Bakugan 2020 Invitational. The events the past couple of years had been in person in LA. This year they were not because of COVID. So it was done virtually over Zoom. Me and my fellow Baku Masters. That's right, I'm a Baku Master now. That's cool. We sat in a call, we listened to presenters, for like a good long time. I'm tired, it was really high energy, it was really exciting. But I'm gonna tell you a little bit about year 3 Bakugan stuff. If you follow me on Twitter, I did a thread there. I was live tweeting it, so you can go ahead and check that out. I'm going to be brushing over some of the same things, kind of compressing some of the information or elaborating. I don't know, one's shorter, one's longer. It just kind of depends on how this turns out. So we're just going to go right into it. So if you've seen anything, you know that next year is called Bakugan Geogan Rising. So what is a Geogan? Well, we found out that Geogan are non-spherical Bakugan that transform. They are a blend of opaque and transparent plastics, and they're reminiscent of the traps that existed in the Legacy series. They are not played like traps, they are played very differently. The Geogan are pretty cool. There's quite a wide variety in the designs. And the big thing that everybody was wondering is, how do you play these guys? So, with the Geogan, I don't have any pictures to show you at this time. We weren't given any photos of them. We will be receiving product, but we haven't done that yet, and I wanted to get this out as soon as possible. But basically, you have your Geogan. It's not a sphere. It's not a ball that you roll out like a marble or anything. But it is a toy, and the toy piece is integrated into the TCG gameplay. The way that you play it is that you have the cards. You can have like a 3 set in your deck, a play set, and the way that it works is that you can basically like relay tag team out a Bakugan, so you can play it where you would be able to reroll. So you roll out, like say you roll out your Dragonoid, and whether you stand or miss, it doesn't matter. If you would then, for whatever reason, want to play a reroll, if you could play a reroll at that point, which you can after the first initial roll, you can instead use a Geogan. So you pay the cost, you turn your energy, you pay the cost for the Geogan card because it's played as an ability card, or an action card. You put that down, and then you place your core back on the hide matrix. You take your Geogan, and you choose which core you select. Sorry, select is the proper term for it. You select your core on the field, and you are to drop your Geogan onto the core of your choice. It can be yours or it can be your opponent's. It has to be dropped from a card length above the field, and it has to open. And then you get, for that turn, and it's one turn only per card, so you can only play it once per turn. For that turn only, you get the Geogan stats instead. So say you roll out your Dragonoid, you miss, or you choose that you want to reroll and use your Geogan instead. You put your cores back out, you drop your Geogan down. It could be Slugler is one of them. That's kind of a round guy with some little bumpy bits. He's kind of amoebus kind of looking little guy. Drop your Slugler down onto the field, Slugler opens, and then you get Slugler stats for that turn. I don't really know another way to compare them. I guess it's like a temporary kind of Evo, except you're not evolving your Bakugan, but I guess you get those stats for that turn. And so you basically can have as many Geogan as you want in a deck. You do need the toy for it, like I said, and yeah, that is how you play them. I wish that you didn't need the toy for them. The thing with Bakugan Gear that was so awesome is that it was just cards only. You didn't need the toys with you. Can't really say how Geogan are going to go in the TCG as far as meta and competition goes or anything like that. We haven't really seen much for stats or anything. As we get more of that information, we'll be able to start, you know, kind of like theory crafting, figuring out what's going to go on, try to play with them once they come out. The big thing is that they are going to be pushing Geogun stuff right away in January. So I don't know if it's going to be like last year where some of them just happen to be put out towards the end of the year in stores anyway, or if they are going to make them wait till January. I don't know. But like they're going to start arriving at the beginning of the year, somewhere around there in stores. That is really cool, because considering the setbacks that we had to deal with this year, thanks to COVID and distribution stuff, it's going to be really, really nice to be able to, you know, get your hands on stuff pretty quickly. So now that we got that out of the way, the first set for Geogan Rising is going to be SG, is going to be the code for it. It is Secrets of the Geogan. That is cool. I like that name. I think that's really neat. I can't wait to see cards. We have not seen any cards from it yet. I don't know anything about it. Hopefully we'll be getting some soon. When we get our product, which is supposed to be coming sometime whereabouts this coming week, I will be doing another video on that. So keep your eyes peeled, have your notifications turned on, and you'll be able to see some of that cool stuff. Something that I think is really, really cool is that they are introducing new chase figures. So they are still doing regular diamonds. We will have those, but we have an introduction of two newer chase figures. One of them is Elemental Bakugan, and the other one is Neon Geogan. Neon Geogan first, they are just diamonds. They will have the diamond symbol in the packaging, but they don't look like the translucent, clear plastic diamonds. They are actually going to be like kind of neon translucent colored plastic on there. So like Darkest Sluggler, we got to see it like an actual, you know, somebody, they were holding it up, showing it off, and see it in package and everything. It's got like translucent green on it for the plastic. It looks very like glowy, glow in the dark kind of neon-y. So that's what the Neon Geogan are, or just Diamond Geogan, whichever you want to refer to them as. But the Elemental Bakugan are really, really cool. They are going to be translucent plastic, and they have a special type of printing on them to give them a cool pattern texture. Specifically, they referred to it as DIJ printing. It's digital inkjet printing is what that stands for. So it gives them a lot more variety with the paint. Instead of brushing it on, instead of, you know, hand painting it, it's digital inkjet printing. I don't know a lot of specifics on how that works, but it sounds very cool because it's allowing them to do a kind of variation. So you're gonna have like Pyrus Elemental Bakugan will have like a kind of flames look to them with the paint there, or like an Aquas Elemental Bakugan will have kind of a watery waves kind of looking texture on their paint, and I think that's gonna be really, really neat. I heard that they're supposed to be rarer than diamonds. Not 100% sure on that. They didn't really confirm or deny that today. It sounds about right, so we're just gonna kind of go with that. No idea on ratios and crates or anything. The other cool thing is, you guys know that there was the 1 in 500 Bakugans released in the United States this year. There was the Dragonoid X Tretorous that was at Walmart's, and there was the translucent Dragonoid 1 in 500, which was at Target's. They are doing that again next year. This time it's going to be 1 in 1,000, so they are doubling the number, which is fantastic. That's what people wanted the quantity to be for this year, but I think the reason they did the lower printing of them was because they weren't sure how it was going to go over. Obviously it was very successful, and they're going to be doing 1 in 1,000s next year. They're going to be 1 in 1,000 Geogans. They look super cool. I wish that I had been able to take pictures or something to show you guys, because the paint on them is just gorgeous. They're beautiful. One will be at Walmart, one will be at Target again, and I'm really excited. They also said that they are looking into doing some limited editions internationally. They didn't really know how they're going to go about doing that yet. It was just an idea that they're putting on the table that they're looking into, so this is not like they are for sure doing it or anything. But they are looking at doing it. They want to get some limited edition, like 1 in 500, 1 in 1000, whatever it is they choose to do, into international areas because they want you guys who are international fans to have stuff like that too. They want access to that. Speaking of international, they are going to hard push TCG starting in January in LGS in the US, and they are going to hope that that is successful enough that they can also really push that internationally too. Obviously, they really don't have like a lot of hobby plans for international yet, but they want it. They really, really want it. So you guys go out there, be really excited, really, really show them that you want that, because I mean, I want you guys to have that. I know that you guys want that. So really let them know, let your stores know, let anybody that you can know that you want you want support. You want TCG support in your area, because that would be absolutely fantastic. Oh yes, everything is going to be backwards compatible with Bakugan Gear. They are still putting those little peg holes, so like, I've got a little Bakugan right here. I've got my little translucent Pyrus Pegatrix. She's got these little hexagons, in her side here. They're still producing Bakugan with those. So they are still compatible with Gear for play reasons, for decorative, purposes, whatever you want to do with them. I don't think that they're going to really be making more Gear cards. I guess they didn't really say that. I don't think I even asked, which maybe maybe somebody should have asked about Gear cards specifically, but it didn't come up because we were concerned with some of the other stuff. But they're really leaning into Geoguns this year. Like they said, they're not really going to probably be introducing more fusions for Geogan, because they're really going to be pushing, each year's new thing. But it's really exciting. There will be some more dual faction cards coming. I think that's more of an SV thing. I don't know if that's, there's probably going to be dual faction cards in SG as well. But yeah, let's talk about Fusion Force and Shields of Astraya. COVID really big confirm. They did confirm this. This was said by Justin, Gary, and AJ in the call today. COVID messed up their plans for LGS push. They were going to actually have it roll out this summer. They were so excited for it. All of their plans came to a screeching halt because of the coronavirus. They decided, they were like, we can't, in good conscience, push any sort of in-person anything. It's not a good time for stores, to be trying to stock stuff. So they put a halt on it, they paused it, and they're going to be rolling stuff out now starting in January. I'm just hoping things get better. They even said they really want to do tournament play. They want organized play, and they want events, they want conventions. We've just got to weather this storm. Fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed for a brighter future. It's getting really tiring, sitting at home, not get to do anything with anybody. Yeah. Let's take a look at what else I have to say. Right. So blind boxes are still going to be released. They do have the ones for this year that they still want to push out, and then they said that they are hoping the blind boxes are successful enough that they can push those as a product again for Geogan Rising and moving forward. So they do want to do another set of blind boxes to keep up with the times. They are working really hard on trying to get, Fusion Force out. They want to really push hobby, LGS stuff. They want stores to really be a part of that. They actually have a website that stores can sign up to for support. They're working with Cascade Games in order to get product, and they're working on getting with an actual contract with a TCG distributor. Yes. It's really exciting news, because they need that. They really need that. They need a TCG distributor. Anyway, so I will put the website in the description. You as an individual cannot sign up, and don't sign up your store, but tell your local game store about this and give them the link. Really put it out there that you want LGS support in your area. Hot Geogan singles in your area. Yikes. Once Fusion Force is out in a big way, that's like literally word for word what it was said, then they will release Shields of Astraya. So do not fret. It is not completely gone. It is not canceled. They just really need to get everything out. They said that they're not going to be putting like pro booster boxes into big box retailers for a bit, because they want LGS Hobby Shop to feel special, basically, which is true. They are special. They're very important, and they want pro to be at hobby shops, because that is the place for it. That is where people are playing it. That's where people should be buying product, supporting small businesses. So they are going to withhold pro products like booster boxes and stuff from big box retailers for the time being. So all the more reason to really push to get the get the works going with your LGS. So again, like I said, link will be in the description. Get your shop to sign up for that. Get it going, because I'm so excited to actually get all of this together so that we can play the TCG widespread and have product available. They also want to have other sets, older sets. They also want to have other sets, older sets released, like reprints, re-releases, so that we can make sure that everybody gets their hands on things like AV and so on. Blind boxes. I talked about this a little bit, but with like as far as cards go, they confirmed for some reprints, stuff like Packed, Super Fuel. We should be seeing some reprints of, hopefully, but it's supposed to be curated cards. They didn't really want to say which cards, but like we know that a prize card for their hobby shop kits, for tournament kits and stuff, is a Super Fuel promo reprint, and like it's probably going to be a Pact of Darkness reprint in those blind boxes for the darkest ones. Super cool. That's great, because those cards are like ultra important. As far as cards go, there are going to be Mega Geogan cards. Mega Geogan cards are like a rarer version of the regular Geogan cards, kinda like, I don't want to say kinda like Evos. It's kinda like how like you have like Titan or Maximus Evo cards, but they're called Mega cards for Geogan, but you just play them, I think, with the toy. I mean, correct some of my knowledge on that. I kind of missed some of that because like the audio kind of cut out on me when I was in the call for that, so I don't have a ton to say about that. But yeah, Mega Geogan, it's gonna be a little harder to find from the regular Geogan cards, so I think it'll be just in packs. So that's cool. That's cool stuff. I mean, some variation. I'm really excited for that. The guys seemed really happy about Geogan. I think they're neat. There's one that is shaped like a stingray, and I really like that one. I can't even remember its name right now. They said it, but whatever. It's really cool. I'm really excited for a lot of this stuff. I can't wait for it to come to stores. I am just really excited for this. I am taking a gander at my phone here, make sure that I'm not missing anything in specific. Something that I've left out about Geogan. Sorry, I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm going off of memory. I'm going off of my Twitter thread. I'm going off of some notes that I have. This is not like cohesive, and I'm just sitting at my desk, so it's supposed to be whatever. But about Geogans, the attributes have to line up with what's in your deck. So you can't play a Pyrus Geogan in a deck that doesn't have Pyrus in it. Ooh, sorry. You can't play a Pyrus Geogan in a deck that does not have Pyrus in it. So if you have like an Aquas, Ventus, Darkest deck, for example, you can't have a Pyrus Geogan. It has to be one of those attributes. So if you do have a Pyrus, Bakugan, then you can have a Pyrus Geogan. The Geogan, when they tag team relay, whatever substitute out for Bakugan. It can replace anything though. It doesn't have to match the attribute of the Bakugan you were using. So if you roll out a Pyrus Dragonoid and then you want to use a Darkest Sluglord Geogan, you can do that. Just so long as the faction is in your deck, you're good to go there. They also said that they do want to do mono-faction support in the future. They didn't want to give away any spoilers for what's to come, which is kind of understandable. But they were like, yeah, it's really important that we have like a variety of cards and effects. So fingers crossed for mono-faction, because like people love that. People love being able to, you know, follow one color scheme or one attribute theme, and really personalize the heck out of a deck. So that would be great. No idea as to when that's going to happen, just that they are going to something like that with mono-faction support in game. We talked a little bit about Champions of Astraya, the video game. There's going to be a COV tourney tomorrow. Probably by the time that this goes up, like, it'll already have happened. One thing about that is there was that save data file, and there's also the LaFleur quest problem. Those are patched. They do have a patch for that. They are waiting on Nintendo to upload it. The VK said it is out of their hands. Once they send patches to Nintendo, Nintendo has to upload it for it to be downloadable. No date on when that's going to happen because it's up to Nintendo. But it is coming. It is fixed. So fear not. Soon, you should have all of that fixed too. Yeah, I got some cool pictures. They sent out some assets of some cool pictures for Bakugan for next year. Dragonoid will obviously be reprising his role as Dragonoid, because Dragonoid is Bakugan, so important man. Fenneca is a cute little fox. She is going to be Native Chaos, obviously going to be Leah's Bakugan. Very excited because she is so cute. So I'm really excited for Fenneca. We have Falcron. Yeah, Falcron. Falcron is a falcon. He's a bird of prey. And he is going to be Winton's, so he's Native Ventus. Sharktar is Aquas. He is a shark man with legs, and I don't like that. I don't like that very much. But it's gonna be Shun's new Bakugan, obviously. Farascal, yeah, something like that, is a cat. The Bakugan kind of looks like the toy, kind of looks more like a squirrel to me. But it is a cat, and I think the character design is really cute for like the art and everything. She's Darkest, so it's gonna be like a Lightning's Bakugan. And then there is Pinsattar, I think is how you say it. It is an Aurelus, Scorpion Bakugan. Is that going to be Ajit's? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not caught up on the show at all, but I'm assuming because all the other characters are returning that's how that is going to be. So that's neat. That's nifty. That art looks really, really good. That's all I have at the moment. But it's really exciting. The new stuff looks really good. Like, it looks genuinely. It looks really, really good. So I'm really looking forward to the TCG stuff that they're going to be rolling out, the LGS support, really getting those hobby shops out there. Yeah, just show your support for it. I know things have been tough. I know it's hard. I know that, like, things kind of, like, get wishy-washy sometimes. Show your support. Show your love and your excitement, because if you can support it when it's struggling, better things are and will be to come. So just keep going. We'll get through all of this together. The future is looking fairly bright, I would say, for the most part. And I wish Pegatrix was coming back. I think, like, that's my only problem, is that Pegatrix is, like, gonna be gone. VK wouldn't say what's happening with like, Pegatrix and Trox and them. I guess we'll find out. I guess all I have to say is that, ladies, we'll be playing Mono Fenica next year. That's cool. So anyway, huge thank you to Spin Master, Ventus Knight, Brock McLaughlin, all of them for inviting me to the Invitational. I overjoyed, absolutely overjoyed to have been a part of that. Very honored. It was very special to me. I'm really looking forward to next year and everything that's in store. I can't wait to show you guys the product when I get my hands on it. As soon as we get our shipment in of stuff. It's gonna be really, really cool, and I just I'm ready for it. I hope that you guys are too. So thank you for having a little chat with me and listening to my little ramblings, my thoughts and feelings on things. So I guess I'll catch you on the flip side. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell if you wanna, make sure you catch my video on product as soon as it goes up, and other videos to come in the future. I'll be around, not going anywhere. You don't have to worry about that. So, I will see you guys later.